Well, it looks like I have the courage to make another video. No, I should probably lower this camera a little bit. There we go. Let me think. Maybe I should start near the beginning. The story universe. It's, well, it's its own alternate universe. Basically, it's a little confusing, as you'll find. But basically, it started as a has-been hotel AU, but slowly evolved into something different. It was technically the first universe created before um, this universe that we live in now. But that universe has been destroyed, and there's only some survivors. Being myself, some and then my friends, my allies, and a family known as the Jairais, and a family known as the Jairos, which they'll be explained soon. Anyways. This story AU, the thing that made it different, well, other than it being the first universe, technically, and creating this universe, the characters, the normal cast had different designs. Near at the end of the Hasbin Hotel story, this weird substance was found, basically changing what they look like and bringing back the dead. Like Adam, for example, he came back, changed as well. There were a few who changed the most, such as Charlie. She gained more of a hellish appearance, with red skin, a tail, horns on her head that were permanent. She also grew taller, which is annoying, and wings. She gained dragon-like wings and a new trident. Vaggie became closer to her pilot appearance, but way more angelic. And then characters like Husk looked more like a magician than a bartender. He was able to turn his body into beer on command and then just like put it into bottles. And then there are characters like Angel Dust, who had a little bit of a change. He grew taller and had more spider-like appearances. And then there was Lucifer, who didn't change. At least, at first, we didn't know that he changed. We later found out he changed in a different way. But, anyways, Charlie and Vaggie changed their names to Hell and Angel. They got confused with Angel Dust and Angel a lot. But anyways, that ooze, that substance, also did something to the universe. It combined heaven, hell, and earth, turning it into one planet. That planet was hollow with a core inside that basically powered the whole universe, making sure that it didn't fall apart from how unstable it was. The different rings from hell were on the inside, and same with the heavenly virtues. Those those areas became like inner filling for the planet. The planet got cut into 3 different areas: Hell, Heaven, and Earth. Sinners were not able to leave Hell unless they became redeemed. Winners, they were able to travel to Hell and Earth, and after a while, the sinners were able to travel to Earth, but the living, they were able to travel to all 3. Um, and the weird thing that happened after was, my theory is the ooze had this side effect on Hell and Angel, and that side effect was birth. Destiny, the daughter, and Imagination, the son, they were born as twins. And as you're probably guessing, Destiny controlled the destiny of all the other universes, and Imagination the creation of the other universes. They created our universe and basically helped guide the creators of, like, Toby Fox for Undertale. They had, like, some form of influence on it of how to help. And then there were me and my friends. Aurora, John. Aurora was my best friend, and John was her brother. And then there was Sheila and Cyril, my brother and sister, and Mike. He's a good friend of ours. We basically helped Hell with tasks that were given to our parents. But, anyways, basically we just helped and, around with whatever we could. Mainly trying to take out just bad businesses, because we were small and could get into places easier. And we got paid for it. Yet we decided to live in the alleyway. But then everything changed. It was Hell. Hell was the reason that our core exploded. That the universe is gone. And now we are here to pick up the pieces and to make sure it doesn't happen again. You most definitely can't see them. I know that. I know they're in my head. Imagination, basically. In their imaginations. But I can still feel that they're here. Aurora, my friend Nightmare, who's just a nightmarish version of me, and then Techno, who's here as well, which she's basically helping me with trying to do all this, and there's many more. We lived after death, and we're gonna make sure that she is put to an end. We only have one life and one soul. I would like you all to spare it.